You know, these indeed are times that try men's souls. In times of national emergencies as we have now, rationalizing a court decision vis-a-vis allowing the journalist ply his trade without hindrance becomes a bitter pill to swallow. The news is that the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Tsoho, has ordered a new practice direction for the trial of terrorism cases before the court. He defended the order as an exercise of his constitutional powers as enshrined in Section 254 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Now, Nnamdi Kanu's trial with the Bureau de Change operators and Boko Haram suspects will fall within the new order. Leko, these are really times that try men's souls.
I think just before we came to the studio, Adekunle Yusuf and I were looking at this subject. My thinking is this, that first, just as the Judge Tsoho has cited, Section 254 gives him the authority to change the rules, if you like, if you can put it like that. And the Terrorism Preventive Act 2011 also says that, let me in agreement with this, that the Chief Judge can then decide that, okay, witnesses or accused may or may not even be brought to court, could even take their submissions. Yes, by video. You know, their names, their telephone numbers, their email addresses, everything may not even be disclosed in order to protect their identity. Maybe they could be seen minors, number one. Maybe they could also be, how do you put it? Like, you remember in the 1970s, the Red Brigade in Italy, they were put inside a cage in the court.
The suspects? Yes.
One, so that their compatriots may not come and smuggle them out of the court.
By force.
By force. And then so that people who really hate their gods will not kill them.
Attack them, yeah.
Attack them. So, you know, there's the Constitution as well as those acts.
You know, the man on the street will be wondering if this is a universal thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going back to the history and saying the Constitution provides for the justice. It gives him, that Chief Judge, it gives Chief Judge the authority to change the rules of the game, as it were. Section 254 of the Constitution. And then the Terrorism Preventive Act, as well, even as the Administrative Justice Act of 2015, also say in specific terms that you could do this. Now, why are we doing this? Because it appears that that's what you're asking. You know that Nnamdi Kanu is in court, and usually whenever he's in court, there's a sit at home, you know, on that day, every day, you know. And
a la IPOB.
IPOB, you know. And I think he has the opportunity to play to the gallery. As I also was talking to Adekunle Yusuf, that you remember the Rivonia trials in South Africa in 1963? When the Pimpernel, the Black Pimpernel, that's Nelson Mandela, took advantage of the court to make a case and further push the narrative about anti-apartheid
and
that they were fighting
ANC
for.
struggle.
You know, so if you like, even if you look at the lawyers representing Nnamdi Kanu, and if you listen to Ima Powerful, the PRO spokesman, you will see that at every opportunity that the man comes to court, they take advantage, they do something.
That's it.
So I suspect that is what they are trying to
it's not in any way.
That doesn't mean that I like what they are doing.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to explain so that the man on the street can understand what is going on.
And Adekunle, you know, for the journalist, there's a sense of void here, you know, so you can't capture the mood, as it were, but you must report the news.
We must report the news. Legally, what they're trying to do is within the ambit of the law just as you said. But sometimes the timing can spark conjectures here and there. You get my point? And sometimes when the absence of information can lead to rumor mongering.
That's it.
You get my point? And when you are dealing with this kind of situation, you need to be extremely careful, transparent, open. If both things are not there, you are dealing with, if it's about IPOB, you have to be extremely careful because it's beyond one man. This is something that's in the heart of millions of people.
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it or not, it is in the heart of many people. So if the movement is so popular, and or how do you explain it? They will say, sit at home, a faceless organization by law that has been prescribed. But the state governments in all the southeast states will say, no, do this, and nobody will listen to constituted authorities.
But
so,
do you know?
So when you are dealing with this kind of situation, you need to be extremely careful. By law, what they try to do is within the law. But how do you do it in a way that you'll be able to explain to the world, the whole world, that one, you've been transparent, you've been fair? Because when journalists, don't observe events, they will have to, because they will still report it, and they will have to now rely on third-party account. So if you are now seeing different reports about an event, who do you blame? That's just my concern. I'm not in total agreement with what is happening, because if you want to solve a problem, please don't create another.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
The issue we want to undo is a very, very serious one, and when we are handling it, we need to be extremely careful so that we don't create. For example, when Nnamdi Kanu goes to court, read all the papers, watch news, so they will say what happens in the court. But now, if you do everything in camera, and you are seeing different reports, and you are misleading the people, what happens?
Well, Adekule Yusuf, I'm told that one of the underpinning requirements for a healthy democracy is the rule of law. The court has spoken, so the viewer must understand the debate will continue until the day after. But for now, all proceedings involving Nnamdi Kanu, Bureau de Change, suspects, and Boko Haram suspects.
Citizen Jones,
yeah.
I think that Section 22 of the Constitution says the media must hold government accountable to the people.
Yeah.
And the judicial branch, the judiciary, is an arm of government. Now, when the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court cites the Constitution to subvert the Constitution, I think there's a problem there.
You think that's what he's doing?
That's what I think, yes.
No, but he has cited a relevant section of the Constitution.
To defeat another relevant section of the Constitution.
Yeah. So
he needs to think over that thing again, because what is democracy? You remember the American statesman who says, if it were left for me to pick, to have a government without newspapers, or newspapers without government, I'd rather pick newspapers without government.
All right, then, as I said, the debate will continue. Is it right? Is it wrong?